the friend that is standing there. I'll be the hand holding all your cares. I see you now, I'm not going anywhere. We'll find our way back home. We'll find our way back home. No, we'll never have to walk alone. We'll find our way back home.
I'm getting out of my comfort zone to learn what I can about cooking and baking from some of the most trusted people in our lives, grandmas. What warms my heart is hearing their stories of why the recipes are the family's favorites, and tasting them, of course. My sister Sharon joins me for this episode. We grew up in the same household, eating the same recipes, but somehow I missed out on how to make them. Join us where I learn to make my favorite family recipes to pass on to my grandchildren. Welcome to Grandma's Goodies with Jacqueline, and I'm really excited about this episode because I have my sister with me, Sharon McDonald. So she is here and we're going to bake actually, one of our favorite family Christmas pastries of sort that we used growing up. So welcome, Sharon.
Thank you.
So what are we going to be making? I know, but let's tell them.
We are going to be making fattigman.
And fattigman is a Norwegian cookie, biscuit, I suppose. So tell us just a little bit about the background of fattigman.
So fattigman has been in existence since the 1300s, and it was made over in Norway. And it is also called the poor man's cookie because over in Norway, a lot of the farmers were poor farmers, but they had flour, they had chickens that gave their eggs, they had cows that gave them milk, and they had pigs that they rendered down the lard to cook fattigman. So it's a delicacy that they could have.
And so it didn't matter if they had a lot of money or no money. Everybody could have this.
Everybody could have fattigman.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so why don't we put together how we do it? Because you brought the recipe. Now, what's really fun about this recipe is it's our mom's recipe. And I don't know actually if it was passed down from her mom.
I think so.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
I don't really know how it filtered down. I just know that I got a recipe.
Yeah. I do believe it did get filtered down from our grandparents because a lot of our aunts and uncles and our cousins still make it.
Yeah, it is just a family favorite, and most Norwegians, they know what it is. If they haven't had it, or they've had it once, or they recognize the name, but it is truly a Norwegian dish, and that's part of our background, and that's what's so fun about this episode for me, is I actually get to do a family recipe. So Sharon, why don't we get started?
Okay, we're gonna put some flour into this bowl. Woo!
Is that how much we need?
That'll be good.
It was just pouring way too slow. I'm like, let's get at it. Let's do it.
And it seems like Norwegian dishes all take real cream. So.
Real cream. Okay, so you left the cup in here, and I don't want to.
I want the cup though. I need.
You
to
want
measure.
The cup in there?
Yeah, I still need to measure.
Well, okay. I just didn't want us to be mixing the cup in and then thinking that was part of what we're going to be doing.
Mix from here. We're going to put everything in here.
Okay, fine. Apparently, I've only made this a couple of times, but Sharon really knows what's going on. Okay, so you didn't measure the flour. Did anybody else notice that? I noticed that. You didn't measure the flour.
Because I'm gonna measure it when I put it into the
But you're putting milk in.
I'm not putting milk in here.
Apparently, I've never made this before.
I'm just getting ready to put everything into our pot over here, and then we're gonna mix it up with the mix master.
Okay.
And then it's going to be ready to use this to roll it out on a board.
Oh, good. I get to use a rolling pin?
You betcha.
Yeah,
I'm going to
okay.
teach you how
just
to...
on the dough, not on anybody else.
Not in anybody else.
Okay,
No.
just on the dough. Okay, gotcha. Okay, pour the cream.
Okay. We need half a cup of this also.
And how precise are you?
You know what? I'm very precise. Our
Okay.
mother wasn't. She
Yeah, I
could
don't
do
remember that.
anything with any recipe, but I'm very precise. I'm sorry.
Well, don't
That-
apologize for being precise because then everything turns out, right? I remember Mom used a couple of times, she would just throw things into a pot and I was like, wow, grandmas just seem to know how to do that. Like grandmas, again, just eyeball stuff and it just seems to work out. Now, I'm not that kind of a grandma. Are you that kind of a grandma?
No, not at all. I measure everything.
Everything. See,
Perfect.
I measure everything too.
So we're...
Except for when it comes for like stew or something, I just kind of throw it all in and hope it works.
So we're putting in our eggs. This recipe uses lots of eggs. It
Okay.
loves eggs. So we're only doing half a recipe today.
Okay.
And that's taking 4 eggs.
Okay.
And we're using vanilla. We're going to use...
Oh, wait a minute. Before we use that vanilla, is that pure vanilla?
You betcha.
Is it?
Yes.
But is it Bolivian?
It's not Bolivian.
But it's not Bolivian. So I can't do this. It's Madagascar vanilla extract. I can't do
the only
it.
one I could find.
Oh my goodness. Well, wait a minute. Just hold the phone.
Have you-
I'm going to use Bolivian.
You get that. That's awesome. I don't have that.
Okay, so this is my favorite, all-time favorite vanilla. It is pure vanilla. It's not an extract. It is pure vanilla, and it's truly, I've already said it's my favorite, but in case you missed it, it really is my favorite.
So we want 1 teaspoon.
Even though it's not an extract?
Good enough.
Okay.
And we're going to put in our cream.
It's my favorite vanilla.
If I had a way to get it from Bolivia, I would use it.
Well, do you know that I actually have friends that say, hey, if you're going to Bolivia, would you buy me some and bring some back? So I actually do bring back a little bit of vanilla. Not a lot of vanilla, but a little bit of vanilla.
And I know you did bring me back some once, but I've
did.
used it all. I know.
I know, it goes quickly.
So now we've got sugar and we've got salt.
Okay,
So
now
we're
is
gonna-
that all mixed in together?
It is.
Okay,
I did it for easy sake.
okay,
So we're going to put this in and we're going to start mixing it.
okay. Yeah, so we're gonna lock this because I have had it go all over the place.
Oh, we don't want to do that.
So Sharon, while that's mixing,
Yeah.
I just want to know, so we're both grandmas.
Right.
So how many grandchildren do you have?
I have 5 grandchildren, all boys.
What, all
All
boys?
boys, no girls.
Wow, that's amazing.
But they're all special in their own way.
Of course they are. Okay, so are you whipping that or what are we doing?
I just beat it all together. It's all
Yep.
the liquid stuff.
Okay.
So now I'm going to add my flour. And what you want is a thick dough.
Okay, and how many cups or?
You know what, I'll probably know. I need 1 3/4, but I do put a little bit more in so it's thicker. If you don't put it in here, you're going to have to put more in when you roll it
Okay,
on the board. So I'd rather mix it here. Okay, so I'm going to put in, probably that's 2. I'm going to put 3 anyways right now.
okay,
And then we'll see what it looks like
okay.
when it's mixed up. So
Okay, well
this
that looks pretty good.
It's still sticky, so I'm going to
Okay.
put in another cup.
Okay,
So what have I put in? 3, 4?
sure.
Okay. Okay, so this is looking better now.
Okay,
It's a
there's
little
got to be a reason why my mom did this and didn't ask me to help. I'm not even counting the flour cups. So it's not sticky, but it's still not a dough type.
No.
So do you need more?
What do you think?
Tastes pretty good.
I think I would probably leave it at that.
Okay.
And then whatever we need to add, we'll add when we roll it.
Okay. So why don't I clean this so that
Okay.
we can roll right away. Okay, so what do we need right now?
We need 2 plates. We need 1 plate to put the raw ones on so we can take it to the deep fryer. Then we need another plate to put the cooked ones on.
Okay, great. I've got that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, great.
And so now we're going to get the board
Okay.
and we're going to roll.
Hey, didn't my dad make this board?
I believe he did. I have taken it with me all these years.
Our dad was such a great carpenter, wasn't he?
He was. He
Yep,
was so
he was
special.
so talented.
So we're going to take the flour over. We're going to put flour on here. Do you want to roll? Or do you want me to start?
Okay, well, I'll roll, but I mean, it'll be really funny.
Okay. So we're going to have to get, oh, I did make this really thick, didn't I? Okay. Yeah, it won't need to use much flour there. Okay. Okay.
We need that, right?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
So, yeah. Just roll it out carefully. And you know what? Put some flour on your rolling pin. And I'll show you how I do it to start.
Another reason why my mom did this and I just watched and ate.
So we have to make sure that we've got flour in the middle so it's not sticky. So that it's going to roll out easy.
Okay, like this.
Yeah. So I just kind of knead it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing it right. That's what you have to do.
Okay.
Okay.
I know how to knead.
Okay, that's good.
There we go.
Okay. So
It's driving you crazy, sisters. I tell ya, it's a sister thing. Go ahead, just do it.
okay, I'll do this when you
Just
get the
do
next
it.
one.
Just
Okay.
do it. Do you want me to hold the board? I'll hold the board. I'll hold the board.
Okay. So you get to do the next one, okay?
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay. And I know it says to do with a thin dough. I
Yeah.
don't like doing a thin dough
Why?
because then they're too crunchy.
Ah,
Like I like them, we can try this one.
okay. And what's the significance of the diamond? Because it's a diamond.
It is. And so when you do the diamond, you have to put a slit in the middle. So that's why we have our knife.
Okay.
So stick a little slit in there.
Oh, this was the fun part. Now, sometimes my mom would let me do this.
And you take one end and you,
Ta-da! Just like that. It's a slit, and then you just pull it through. And this is what they look like.
make a little, almost like a little bow tie.
Okay, so that's one. So we'll do this one.
And
It's killing you, isn't it? The way
it's
I'm
okay.
doing it.
No, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. I was gonna say
It's a sister thing.
I leave it maybe about 1/4 inch.
Okay.
Okay, so this would be great.
So she's telling me to stop right now. That's what she's telling me to do. Okay, great.
Okay, so now we can make a few more cuts. Okay. And these diamond cutters are old cookie cutters. They're very hard to find.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
I don't know. This one, actually a museum gave it to me because they had 2 of them.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I looked for a couple of years because I actually broke Mom's. It wore out.
Well, I mean, I looked for a long time and I actually just gave up.
Yeah,
So do you make this every Christmas?
I do. I didn't for a long time, and then a few years ago, my daughter said, Mom, do you remember those curly things that Grandma made? And I said, yes. And she wanted them, so I make them for my daughter every year.
Oh, that's so great. Now, what do you think about, where do you think Mom got this from? Because these really are, maybe other people enjoy these as well, but for our family, this was really a staple for Christmas. So where do you think Mom got this recipe from? Like, do you think she got it from her mom or her grandma maybe even?
I would think that she would have gotten it from her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Mom always took her recipes and she would make alterations to them. And as she did that, she would write down what she's done with them, but she would also put the last year that she made them. So I go by the last year that Mom made them, and that's how I make my Norwegian goodies.
Well, this is awesome. Okay, so now, we're gonna cook these in oil, but right now we've got the opportunity to use an air fryer. So tell me, do you think an air fryer would work on these?
No.
Okay, tell me why.
I tried.
Because it works on everything.
So the ones that I did ended up being very hard. And when we go to cook these, you'll see where the dough puffs up. And mine didn't puff up in my air fryer.
Interesting.
So I went back to using the deep fryer because they worked out really good.
And they have, they brown nicely, don't they?
Yes.
In the oil.
Yes, they brown a golden brown. But you have to watch and you have to turn them and make sure you don't forget them, because I've done that before and we've ended up with really, really brown ones.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to take these
And if they're really brown, they're too hard.
Yes.
Yeah,
you're right.
they're not. They don't have that really great taste, do they?
No, they don't.
Okay, well let's put these in oil.
Okay.
And let's deep fry them, and then let's have coffee and eat them.
Okay. Okay, so we just be really careful as we place them in because the oil is really hot. So we'll see when they go down. Be careful you don't burn your arms. It's very easy.
Oh, I'm sure, right? Is that like a voice of experience?
Yes, it is.
Well, you can do like a half a batch.
Just about.
Just
about.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so now we're going to put them down and they're going to bubble as they go down.
So you need a fork in order to get that out, right?
And well, I use it more to turn them.
Oh, okay.
Because as they've all risen to the top, so there's none on the bottom of the basket now.
Yep.
And so then as they cook, he's starting to turn a little bit brown.
Oh, nice.
So I always keep turning them to make sure that we're not going to burn them.
Okay, cool.
So this is going to, just take a couple of minutes actually. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes and they're going to be done almost
right away, right?
Almost right away, yeah.
Oh, exactly. I can hardly wait to try them. Okay, so I'm just going to move this to the side because we can sit and eat these right away.
Yes. When we put them on the plate, we're going to dust them with some icing sugar.
Okay, well, let's just do some with icing sugar.
We can do some with icing sugar and some without.
Because the icing sugar, I didn't grow up with icing sugar.
No, we didn't do it with icing sugar.
No, they were just plain, but they were great for coffee. We would sit and have coffee. I wouldn't have coffee. The older ones would have coffee. But we would sit around the table and eat away.
And we're going to let them just sit for a few minutes so that the oil will just drip.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're just
Now
gonna
we're going to put them on our plate.
you're just gonna dump them on
We're
there.
going to just, because they're very, very, they don't break or anything. They're very
Oh, these
durable.
look amazing.
Okay, so we want some without.
Oh, they're hot.
They are hot.
Okay, great.
So do you want to dust some of them? You get to do this.
Yeah,
How's
sure, I'll
that?
dust.
Okay, dust what you want.
Okay, good.
Okay, so let's turn them over. And then we'll dust them again. So they get dusted on every
Great.
side.
Awesome. And here they are.
They're all finished.
All done. So that took like 20 minutes, not even, to do these. And then you have like a really great biscuit type to be able to eat with your coffee. Okay, so let's try one of these.
Okay.
Oh,
Mm.
just like Mama made, but they're really hot.
They are hot.
Just like my mom made. It's so awesome. See, there's nothing in it.
And it's a Christmas delicacy that we have. So
Nice. Well, great. Well, I need a coffee with this.
okay.
So let's have a coffee and then we
Okay.
can talk about the other special thing that we do at Christmas.
We can.
Okay, these are amazing and I'm going to take this one.
Okay.
Oh,
Take this one.
I just love these. But there's also something else on here and it is called what, Sharon?
It is called lefse.
No.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
this one is a potato lefse. And apparently you can have other lefse, but I don't know what they are. This is the only one that I grew up with, or that we grew up with actually, was potatoes.
Yeah, is a potato-based one, right? And so what makes this special to Norway, do you think? Like to our background, what is this special about?
It's just something that we love to eat. And I remember Grandpa saying at one time, they would go out hunting. And it was so easy, they could roll it up, just put it in their pockets, and they had something substantial to eat when they were out hunting. So they would always take lefse with them.
So this is definitely passed down from probably our great-grandparents to our grandparents, to our parents, to us, and now we're passing it on to our children. Now you
Right.
said you had 5 grandsons. Now do they enjoy lefse and fuddyman?
They love fuddyman. They don't really care for lefse.
Now lefse, it's not sweet. So
No.
how do you eat this? Because there's some rolled and then there's some flat.
Okay, so we take one, and this differs with different Norwegians. I have a sister-in-law that is Norwegian from North Dakota.
It's
And
mine too.
oh yes, it's her. I'm sorry. We have to admit, but she likes to have sugar and cinnamon put on hers, whereas I'm just happy to put butter on mine. And then you just roll it up and you just eat it. You can heat it up if you want. I was looking up lefse, and Norwegians also will eat lutefisk at Christmas time, which is a cod fish. And they used to roll it up in the lefse to eat it. Mom didn't like lutefisk, so we didn't have any of that.
Yeah, I never grew up with that.
No. So that's what you do. And so I've rolled up a few, and then here's some that they freeze really good, so you can take them out anytime and eat them.
Okay, so we're going to put the recipe up for lefse on the screen, and also for our fuddyman, because those are our family recipes.
And our great-grandparents did come from Norway.
They did.
So we are 3 generations back.
Yeah.
They immigrated from Norway.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of Norwegian in us. So thanks for sharing our family recipes with myself and with our viewers especially, because this means a lot to me that we're able to share just a bit of our past and our family heritage. And I'm excited to share this Christmas with others.
You are so welcome. I've enjoyed this very much, Jacqueline.
So this episode was really special to me. Not only did I get to bake with my sister again, which hardly ever happens, but I got to make my mom's recipes, and that is pretty nostalgic for me. Seeing my mom's handwriting, it just brings back all these emotions about Christmas and how we used to eat lefse and fuddyman, and we used to play games around the table together and eat all of this really not so healthy but really great food, and it brings back a lot of memories. So I just want to encourage you to do the same with your family. Cook up those traditional meals, those family favorites, and sit around the table again and play games and make new memories for the next generation. Thank you for joining us on Grandma's Goodies with Jacqueline.